keep in mind, this is getting recorded. If you do not want to ask your questions like live to me, like talking to me, just drop your question in the chat and ping me on it at Paul Buka. So I will see it and I can answer the question. Okay, quick overview over the fundamentals. I will always start with the tax because especially new crypto investors have been asking this question quite a lot. We do have a buy and sell tax. So we have a 15% buy tax and we have a 15% sell tax. Keep in mind, we couldn't maintain our token the way it works if we didn't include the tax itself. So 8% of the whole tax is used for BUSD reflections. The way this works is pretty simple, just a little bit of insight into the contract, how it works. So our contract is collecting our token, the bank's token of the tax. So if you, for example, sell 100 banks, the contract keeps 15 banks. The contract is collecting our token until a certain threshold. So right now the threshold is sitting at 150 billion tokens collected. You can always check the progress in our dashboard, in our rewards dashboard. There is a progress bar until the next payday. Once this progress bar reaches 100%, you can be sure that at least 150 billion tokens are filled up within our contract, and the next sell will trigger the actual contract sell. This is the time in which you will see either 3 or 4 sells in a row, all from the same address, all at the same time. It's 3 sells if, for example, I trigger the contract, because I have quite a lot of fun triggering the contract. I will sell 1 banks, and this 1 bank sell won't show up, for example, in Dextools, because it's just simply too low to show up. So you will see 3 sells in a row at the same time. If someone else, if a normal sell is triggering the contract, you will see 4 sells in a row, including the normal sell at the top in, for example, Dextools. Once the contract sold, you will actually get your BUSD rewards. This might take some time. Yeah, the distribution is working as follows. Every transaction happening allows for around 4 to 8 holders to actually receive their BUSD rewards. You will receive them automatically anyways, so you do not have to do anything. Yeah, the only thing you need to do to receive your BUSD rewards is to actually hold our token in your wallet, and then additionally you need to add the BUSD, packed BUSD into your wallet, and you will see with every day when you check your wallet, you will see that you did actually receive BUSD in there. 4% of our tax are used for marketing/fund, 2% are used for manual buyback and burns, and 1% are automatically added into our liquidity, which is a very important part, because with the manual buyback and burns, and additionally with the auto liquidity tax, we are building a healthy liquidity ratio, which is very important, because you will see with time going on, bigger sells not affecting our chart that much anymore. Very, very important part. You need a healthy liquidity ratio, and this is what we are working on with the buyback and burns and the liquidity tax. For the buyback and burns, since they are manual, don't ask for them. They are appearing over time. So right now we are buying back in chunks of around $2,500 to $5,000 each time the buyback appears, and we are actually collecting the tokens until we reach a certain amount, and then we will proceed to burn them. This for the tax. Pretty simple, pretty easy. So our token, our project, our business, what is our goal with our business actually? The goal is pretty simple. We want to create passive income. So the first edition, of course, since it's the easiest way to create some sort of passive income, was a reward token. So we are rewarding in 8% used for BUSD reflections. A reward token is nice if the volume is high. So right now, people which have been invested for quite some time, they will see with the volume picking up, the BUSD rewards are actually pretty nice to have. Yeah, a nice addition overall. The main problem with a reward token is this is no sustainable way of creating income, especially if you are taking a look at such a project for the long term. It is no sustainable way because you are always dependent on your trade volume. And if at some point your trade volume isn't that high anymore, you won't see a lot of BUSD rewards being distributed. This is why we chose a reward token. This is the base for the project, the foundation. This is a very nice addition to the passive income, especially with volume picking up in the future. But of course, we want to create a whole ecosystem surrounding our token. So our token is always the center of the ecosystem. You can imagine it this way. And the whole ecosystem basically being focused on passive income generation. So every addition we make as a team into the project for the ecosystem, every single addition is only with the purpose to create passive income. So for example, our whale fund, which is our main utility, we will talk about this in a second. There are more things planned, as for example a launchpad with our own twists to the launchpad. So you can imagine it this way: if we have a project actually launching on our launchpad, of course they have to pay a fee. But with our project, we will distribute parts of the fees of the launchpad to our holders, back to our holders. So with every addition we make into the ecosystem, our holders will always have an additional way of passive income. With this structure we want to create, we want to be completely independent of our token. So it basically, let's say it this way, it basically doesn't matter if our token has zero volume and zero BUSD rewards are being generated. It doesn't matter at all, because with the ecosystem itself, we are able to create passive income, a sustainable form of passive income through different passive income streams and through different sources. So this is basically the main idea behind this token, looking into a lot of different things. The main utility started because we need to work on the main utility a lot, which is the whale fund. And basically we can hop into the whale fund itself. Just taking a quick look at it. Keep in mind the whale fund is now roughly 3 weeks old. So a still very young utility, which needs a lot of work into it. But just keep in mind the project itself is also very young. So the strategy with our fund is pretty simple. We do have the marketing tax, as we all saw before, 4% overall. Right now 1.5% of the marketing tax is used for fund investments. The way we invest into different projects is we as a team, we are vetting different projects. Of course, the community can always make a suggestion for the next investment. But just keep in mind, we are having a lot of suggestions. There are a lot of nice projects out there. The next investment addition we take a poll for might not be your favorite addition into the ecosystem, but just keep in mind, we can't fulfill every single wish in here. But basically, we as a team, we are vetting the projects. We do have a little bit of knowledge in the financial space. So our team consists of 2 trained bankers working in Germany as financial advisors, which also includes me. as a trained banker and financial advisor. We have one insurance agent, and we have additionally a developer on the team. So not your usual crypto team or dev team. Let's keep it this way. That is also why you will see us approaching things in the crypto space a little bit differently than you might see usually. But things are working perfectly fine for us, I would say. So a lot of things are, of course, coming in the future. But basically, for the investments, the team is vetting them. We are taking a look at the project itself. We are taking a look at the team. Yeah, we need to consider the project as safe, especially if we suggest it for a actual fund investment. Yeah, we need every addition we are making in the fund, they are considered safe from our side, especially from the team side. So we would never set up a pool for an investment in which we would never invest personally ourselves. The focus for the investments are long-term investments. We are not looking for quick flips. We are not looking for let's say this degen projects, in which you're looking for a 10x in 1 hour, and then you will just dump your bag and go out. Yeah, this is not the intention with this fund. Also not the intention to invest into let's say meme coins. Yeah, we want to invest into fundamentally strong projects with a good growth potential in the future, which generate passive income for us through the fund. And especially, of course, different things, different additions will be made in the future. The fund investments themselves, we will always set up a poll. So in the end, the community decides whether it should be added or whether it should not be added into the fund itself. So always feel free to do your own research. Yeah, this is what we want to encourage people to. We want to encourage everyone to actually take a look at the projects themselves. Maybe find the points why we as a team chose the investment as a potential addition for our community fund. Yeah, just take a look at the team yourself. Yeah, especially the more eyes looking at the project, because we might miss something. Yeah, in the vetting process, this could happen, of course. But always take a look at yourself. We want to encourage people in the crypto space to do their own research, because what we basically see a lot in the crypto space is people just jumping between different projects, investing money before actually doing their own research, before actually taking a look at the team, and sometimes getting burned a lot with this project jumping and everything like this. So basically like this, we vet, set up a poll, and in the end the community will vote on the actual addition of the community fund. So this fund will generate some yield, yield through different ways. We will take a look at this right now, and parts of the yield will, as I said before, every edition of the ecosystem will distribute yield in some form to our holders. Parts of the yield will be distributed to every single holder. So it doesn't let me jump out. The distribution of the assets. Very important. Keep this in the back of your head. This is not fixed. This will change a lot in the future. For the people who missed out, we do need and we do want to add we call it a treasury in the fund. So take a look at the last poll. We did put some details into the last poll because it is basically very, very important to also get the risk management right in the overall fund. This is a very important part. So you will see this pie chart changing a lot in the future. You will see this changing a lot. This is just the very early distribution we came up because we needed a simple way of investing, or better, a simple way to start investing overall, yeah, with limited funds, because of course, at the start of every project, the project does not have like $500,000 ready to just simply invest, especially since we did start as a very, very low cap pre-sale, but we can take a look at this also in a second. So this will change a lot in the future. For now, roughly, yeah, this is still roughly just a orientation. We want to have 10% of the funds allocated into ICOs, 20% used for staking, 30% used in different reward tokens, and 40% used, it's displayed here as cash, because basically since we are dollar cost averaging our investments in, yeah, we are a long-term holder, we want to build big wallet sizes in the projects we are actually investing in over time. And the best way to do a long-term investment is always to dollar cost average in. Yeah, this is a big rule for long-term investments. What just got pinged? Oh, thank you, thank you. We appreciate every single holder, every single person which are attending the AMAs frequently. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to do any of this stuff without you. Yeah, keep this in mind. All of you are the driving factors of this project. Okay, where did I actually stop now? I did miss my let me think. 40% displayed here as cash. Cash, just a financial term, which is a kind of a reserve, yeah. But very important part here, we need, especially early, a cash reserve. Yeah, we won't always have the 40% ready, yeah. But since we are dollar cost averaging our investments in, so over a longer period of time, we try to catch dips in projects, yeah, we try to help with the floor finding and all of that stuff, and then use our funds we did build up to dollar cost average in over time. Yeah, this is a very traditional way of investing, especially long term, but a very, let's say, a very smart way. Of course, you can be very, very lucky if you invest a very big chunk at one point, and if this, yeah, just proceeds to moon hard, let's keep it this way. Of course, you can be lucky with this. But again, we want to build big wallet sizes, which is actually hard for projects with higher market caps, with market caps of 300 million, 400 million, 500 million. Yeah, it takes a lot of funds and a lot of time to reach this big wallet size over time. Yeah, but if the fund has the potential to reach this big wallet sizes, keep this in mind, especially with our volume picking up, but also a very, very healthy way of investing long term. So the poll we have ongoing right now, this will, for example, this is the next step, which will switch up the chart here, because we are taking a look at the actual distribution right now. If you take a look here, 40% in reserve, this cash reserve, of course, was used mainly or hold mainly in BNB. Yeah, simply for the fact that right now we are only, or have been only, investing on one chain, which was the BSC chain. This is something we want to change right now with the small foundation built in the fund. Now we want to spread the risk also throughout different chains. Yeah. So what we want to add into the fund itself, again, can't stress it enough. Take a look at the poll. It is very detailed. Out there, the idea behind the treasury. We need to have a treasury, yeah, in very big blue chip tokens, which will hold, yeah, a set percentage of the actual fund. Yeah, so if our fund is, for example, $100,000 big, at least $6,000 should be used, for example, for Ethereum. Yeah, that we are holding this in Ethereum. The main goal behind this is to buy when everyone sells. Yeah. So if we see the market dipping, it is always the best time, for example, to build up a treasury in blue chip projects. They might not be directly generating yield for us. Yeah, but the thing is that we can sell off when everyone is buying. Yeah, this is the main purpose behind this treasury, because if they increase in value, they will also most likely not sit at 6% overall anymore. We might have 10% of the fund held in, for example, Ethereum. Then we will sell off the 4% which are over the 6% over time. Yeah, also again just averaging out, because selling at one chunk, especially in later stages, might not be the best idea. Yeah, if you want to take some profit out, always do it consecutively. You never know what happens next with the project. You might miss out on another all-time high. Yeah, again, something which I can't stress enough. So this is the main idea behind the treasury, actually working a lot on the actual risk management and starting off the cross-chain investments, yeah, which is also a big part in the fund itself. You want to start the whole cross-chain investments, want to invest, of course, not only in BSC, which we are doing right now because it was simply the easiest way of starting off the fund itself. But right now we will start the actual cross-chain investments. Let's see how the poll turns out. Treasury, of course, a very important fallback also for a fund, because let's finish this and then we can take a look at the fund itself. Yeah, what we have in the fund right now. At some point, the fund is generating yield. Yeah, yield in through different streams, through staking, for example, through reward tokens. There will be more additions in the future. We are taking a look at yield farming. We are taking a look at mining. We are taking a look at property in the metaverse. Yeah, all these different things which might be generating yield for us, for every single one of us sitting here. Once the fund reaches a decent size, so we will also take a poll at what point we should start to distribute the yield. Yeah, we can take a look at the fund in a second, because it takes some time, yeah, to generate the money through the tax, which we can invest, and then to simply start to really grow the fund. But in the future, once we start the distribution, 75% of the yield generated will be distributed to every single holder. There is no minimum amount to hold in banks, because we are totally aware of that in some parts of the world, $20 are a lot. With $20 in some parts of the world, you can basically feed your family for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Yeah, so do not underestimate this amounts. Yeah, we need to involve everyone in such a project. That's why we do not want to limit the fund distribution to, let's say, for example, only holders which are holding at least 100 billion of our token. Now, this would be not fair, because not everyone would have the chance to participate, and this is not the intention with this project at all. Everyone is included, and everyone will be included in every single thing we are doing in the future. 25% are used for marketing/charity. So for the marketing part, if we do not need any additional marketing funds, if we do simply not need them, of course we will use this part to further compound into the fund even more. The compounding is another huge tool to it's like a cheat code to get rich or wealthy, let's say wealthy, over time. Look for decent long-term investments, dollar cost average your investments in, and compound them if possible. This is the key of building wealth. This is something we see a lot of people doing wrong, especially in crypto, but also in the stock market. We have a lot of jumpers, let's say jumpers. Of course, there are swing traders, and I do know swing traders which are performing exceptionally well. But let's keep it this way. Most of the swing traders in the end are losing money. Yeah, if you are swing trading, you need to really know what you are doing for the swing trading. Yeah. All right. So this for this part. Charity, if we donate to charity, so this is also a sustainable way of donating to charity. Of course, it is easy to set up a marketing tax from which we are donating off, but we do not want to take active money out of the project. Yeah, a charity tax would always mean that we need to collect the token, our own token, and at some point, if we wanted to use it for charity, we would need to sell it off, yeah, and basically dump it on the community, which is not the intention. We have. This is a sustainable way, not taking any active money out of the project. And of course, also for the charity parts, in the future, every single one here will be able to vote on the actual charities which we donate money to. Just to let you know, the team itself, we did donate some money for a school to Africa since, yeah, we did very well. Like right now with the project, we wanted to give something back. It was not a huge amount. So basically, it was from the team itself. It was 8 BNB, but of course the BNB price is changing a lot. It is used for a school in Africa. The cool part about it, so the actual charity owner is, yeah, making how do you call it, a poster with our logo on it, and they will make a picture in front of the school, I guess with the kids on it, and then they will send it to us so we can show it to you. Yeah, it was just a little bit of giving back to people which are not that lucky in life, which is always a good idea, just to let you know in here. All right. This for the basic fundamentals. Let's keep it this way. A very important part here. This fund is unique in the crypto space. There are a lot of projects setting up funds. Yeah, this is nothing new in the crypto space at all. A reward token is not new at all. The intention behind the fund. This is a very special intention we have, since we want to create a source of passive income which is completely independent of our token. Yeah, it's completely independent of our token, which is a very, very big part. And just imagine what is possible with a fund with this intention in the future. What happens if we hit a fund size of 10 million, of 50 million, of 100 million, which is, by the way, inevitable if we just keep on investing, yeah, because we won't stop to invest into the fund. Never. Yeah, this is we won't stop to invest at all into the fund itself. So it will grow with the more volume we have over time. Of course, the faster it grows, but also just take a look at the possibility, especially for the holders, with the fund sitting on a size of 10 million, 20 million, 50 million, which is, by the way, yeah, since we are from the finance world, which is very small for a fund. Yeah, 20 million. This is nothing for a fund. But just imagine hitting these levels. The amount of yield being generated, which we are able to distribute on a sustainable way, since at this point, we will be investing into, for example, mining. Yeah, mining is something which the average investor is just not able to invest himself. So with the fund, everyone has the ability to participate in different investment types. Yeah, there will be investments which people are simply not able to invest in themselves, and might be missing out on a nice opportunity to actually create income for themselves. So just for the potential of the fund. Think about it. Think about the possibility. We have the knowledge to actually pull it off. Of course, again, something I want to stress again. Of course, we are picking projects. Right now, we are picking a lot of different projects which we consider safe. This is still no guarantee that this project will perform exceptionally well in the future. This is something you have to keep in your mind. So do not take our fund investments as actual financial advice. We want to encourage everyone to do his own research. Yeah, this is something we also want to encourage, because this is something we see a lot of people missing out in the crypto space, not doing their own research, and yeah, basically through this burning a lot of money sometimes. All right, do we have questions for the actual fundamentals right now? Keep in mind, if you do not want to talk with me, just drop your question in the chat and tag at Paul Buka. 55 in the AMA. That's quite a lot. Nice amount. Nice to have you all here.
About investing in Revive token.
The Revive token. We started our investments into the Revive token, which is also a very, very early project, in which the community decided to jump on it. There might be some possible partnership with Revive in the future. Yeah, we are still checking it out with Bruno. Bruno is the dev of Revive. He's also German, so we are actually doing quite good together. Yeah, so maybe let's see, there will be a partnership, a real partnership in the future. But for now, we are sticking with a little bit of dollar cost averaging into it. Yeah, because as we said before, it is, or as everyone, I guess everyone in here knows, it is hard to obtain big wallet sizes and a big performance in projects which have a high market cap already. Yeah, of course, it is a lot easier to create a growth with very, very young projects. Yeah, this is no secret at all. They are still, every very early investment is still very, very risky. But of course, we can reach our designated wallet size a lot faster. Yeah, because we do not need to chuck in like 50, 60, $100,000 into the investment to reach this big wallet size. So very, very interesting, of course, for the fund, since we are holding a long term. Money bin, you mentioned the transfer tax too. Keep in mind, every single transaction is being taxed. If you want to, let's say, for example, transfer your holdings on a cold wallet or onto another wallet, just let me know. Yeah, just write with me and we can make a tax-free transaction. Yeah, nothing wrong about it. Just be sure every single transaction is getting taxed. All right.
Is there a way that you can ensure, say, a big wallet wants a transfer but ends up selling instead?
I can assure you that the big wallets, we know most of them, especially for the very big wallets right now, our literal whale holders, we do know them. Yeah, and we do not just grant this tax-free transfer, just chucking it out like for free. Yeah, this is not possible. But of course, there's always a little bit of risk involved. So of course, we are not granting this for just everyone. Yeah, we can talk through this, talk about the reasons for it, and then we can see.
Perfect. Thanks, Paul.
That is what
Yeah, don't worry. what is a very big holder for us to understand? So simply take a look at BSC scan and just pick, for example, the top 10 wallets. These are very big holders. But honestly, right now, what I consider as a whale is a trillion, like this trillion club, trillion upwards, yeah, is a big holder already. Yeah, I have to say. So, of course, just keep in mind it is getting harder and harder with a increasing market cap to achieve certain wallet sizes. Yeah, so right now, if for example someone is dedicated to achieve a wallet size of, let's say, for example, 10 trillion, it is very, very hard to reach 10 trillion. Yeah, this is nothing basically anyone could reach right now. Yeah, this is not easy. And it gets harder with an increasing market cap. Just for example, just take Evergrow coin. Yeah, just as a quick example, if you wanted to reach 5 trillion Evergrow coin overall, you would have to dump in a lot of money. Yeah, this is something which is changing in the future. Right now, we have a situation in which a trillion is hard to achieve, but yeah, of course, not impossible at all. But at some point, people, yeah, it wouldn't be this trilly club anymore. So this trillionaire club was a little bit of a fun meme we had in this community. But in the future, of course, it might get hard to get your hands on 100 billion. It might get hard to get your hands on 10 billion in the future, on 1 billion. Yeah, this changes a lot with our increasing market cap. Do not underestimate this. 10 trillion is 50k plus maybe 100k. Yes, I think even more right now. I think even more right now. So if you wanted to join this 10 trillion club, yeah, it would be hard to actually achieve. A Stark, why rewards contract not selling? The contract is triggering at a sell. This also has a little bit of a reason, yeah, because let's just imagine you are on a very nice quick pump at the moment. Yeah, the very nice quick pump. It would just suck if the contract sale actually takes out the momentum. Yeah. A contract just sold. All right. So we have a payday right now. Which is nice. Enjoy your rewards if you are already holding our token. It is quite nice to have this paydays dropping in. 1 trillion right now is 20k. Yeah, that is why I consider a trillion right now as a pretty big holder. Yeah, this is not easy to achieve the trillionaire club. But still possible, of course. Yeah, not impossible, but still possible. Just keep in mind. Wait a second. What I might have missed. Could you talk about burns? Yes, of course. We are manually using the buyback and burn. Keep in mind, you don't even need to start to ask for a buyback. Yeah, we do it when we think it's the right time. Right now, we are consecutively dropping like around $2,500 to $5,000, sometimes even more, with higher volume per buyback. So there are more like, let's say little buybacks throughout the day. We are collecting the tokens, and then at a certain number, a nice number, we will just keep to send them to the burn wallet. So this is right now the goal with the buyback and burn right now is, for example, to work on the liquidity. Yeah, to work on the liquidity pool overall. We want to achieve a healthy liquidity ratio, which is also very, very important in the future. Yeah, because with a healthy liquidity ratio, you will see bigger sells not affecting the chart that hard anymore. Yeah, And this is especially in later stages of a project very, very important. So this for buyback and burns. Well, the armor man said I'm a pretty big hole. So I'm the armor man now, or what? This is a good one, Blob. All right. If there are any questions, just drop them in the chat. We will take a quick look here. So this is our website. I hope you've been taking a look at the website already. But just give me a second. There's no point to compare wallets, because if the trillion wallet holder sells too early and the billion wallet holder holds until the end, the billion holder wins. Exactly, Sabatooth. Exactly. You will see, because it is normal to have a correction after a big pump. Yeah, this is normal. If we would just keep on rising vertically up, which might seem very, very nice for the moment, yeah, but just keep this in mind. If we just rise vertically up until let's say, for example, 500x, so no dip appearing, we are just running straight to the top to a 500x, yeah, which might seem very nice at the moment, but you would see an instant dump, a very, very big dump, which could potentially even kill a project. Yeah, just keep this in mind. It is not healthy at all to just rise and rise and rise and rise without a single correction. Yeah, this is not healthy at all. So what we are experiencing right now, it is very healthy. We need this, and this is also something which fits to the thing Sabatooth said. Yeah, because a Trilly wallet might be selling like 10k for now, or 20k, yeah, something like this. Because of course he made some profit. It is his right to sell. Yeah, everyone. There's always a reason if someone sells, but it is very important, because over time we will see a very healthy distribution of the tokens throughout a lot of different wallets appearing. Yeah. So this is exactly the point, that the Trilly wallet could sell too early, and then in the end, the billion wallet holder wins, because simply for the fact that the Trilly wallet sold too early. Can't stress it enough. Just take a look at Evergrow Coin. Just take a look at SafeMoon. Basically, every big project out there. There are tons of wallets which had a lot contained in them, like a lot. Yeah, there have been Evergrow Coin wallets which held trillions, and they basically sold off. And then Evergrow Coin just proceeded to rise and to rise and to rise even more. Yeah, in the end, the billion wallet was the winner, not the Trilly wallet. Just keep this in mind. This is something which is a lot of truth in it, what Sabertooth said. Alright, so for our website, take a look if you haven't already. A lot of information's out there on our website. You will also see constant development on the website itself. Yeah, we are constantly adding things, constantly improving things, especially on the website and on the dashboard. Yeah, something like this. Important thing I wanted to show. Let's not say important, yeah, but you can check out our dashboard, our actual DApp, and you will see right here, this is the progress bar, which people are talking about a lot in the chat, which just shows the progress until the next payday. We did nearly, we are creeping towards the $200,000 distributed in total, which is nice. Yeah, this you will see this climbing and climbing a lot in the future. And you can also just copy paste your wallet address. Yeah, just copy paste it in here. You do not have to connect your wallet. Yeah, you can just copy paste it in here. You will see the total earned. You will see if there are still rewards which are not claimed yet, which are still out for distribution. And just be patient. Yeah, advise everyone to just sit back, relax, and wait for the BUSD to drop in. If you really, really want to get your BUSD rewards right now because you say you really need them right now, you can connect your wallet to the dashboard and then you are able to claim your rewards manually. As I said before, I would advise not to do so because you have to pay the gas fee yourself. Can you all put up your website on Poocoin to guide investors to the... Yes, working on this. Also on updating the info on, for example, BSC scan and all of this stuff. These are just things which are not happening very quick in the crypto space, I can tell you. So sometimes, yeah, sometimes these things just take longer, unfortunately. When Yahoo submitted again, we needed to make a little bit of changes in the article itself. So we did submit it again. This should hit now. At least this is what the agency told us for Bloomberg and actually Nasdaq, which are also pending right now, still pending. Yeah, so this very big things are still open. For Bloomberg and Nasdaq, we needed to change the article overall, so we submitted a new article for this one. We will be patient. Yeah, it's all right. They should hit at some point, and then we have a lot of additional exposure. So for the people not knowing, we had a press release going on around 600 sources, roughly 600 sources. I can drop the PDF for the sources in here again, so you can just click a link on the like icon for this newspaper or source releasing our article, and then you can take a look at the already running article. I will drop this PDF file in here later. Mainly there are still missing Yahoo Finance, Bloomberg, and Nasdaq. These are still missing. So a lot of exposure still missing for us here. Okay, this for the dashboard. Our fund. You can also take, give me a second. Is it true that our current total supply is now 490 trillion? Yes, a little bit less than 490 trillion. I think 489 trillion, roughly like this. We had a 9.9 trillion burn last week, which was at the time roughly $40,000 worth of tokens. Right now, the 10 trillion are a lot more. And then this week we did buyback and burn 1.3 trillion tokens. And yeah, we have quite a good amount collected already again. As we said before, we are constantly buying back. Yeah, just helping the chart out a little bit with roughly $2,500 to $5,000 buys consecutively. And yes, of course, this will burn also. Can we have a follow-up story for the 600 articles? Yes, of course. So in most likely you will wait around 2 to 4 weeks after the release of every article, and then we can have a follow-up story for every article. What percent of the 490 trillion is available to receive rewards? There are, of course, some parts taken off. So, for example, the tokens sitting in our burn wallet are excluded of rewards. The tokens, basically every single wallet, every single contract wallet is excluded of rewards. This is not a fixed percentage of the 490 trillion which is available for rewards. Because of course there might be more or less tokens sitting in the marketing wallet or in the burn wallet. So just be sure the actual contract wallets do not at all receive any rewards. it worked well. Yes, definitely. Especially, just keep in mind, we didn't even have the big articles hitting. It worked well, and a follow-up story is always nice because not everyone is seeing every article. If he follows this source or something like this, yeah. So it was always a good idea to just re-release, yeah, make a follow-up press release in around, yeah, let's say roughly 2 weeks. Yeah, it's always a good idea. All right. Let's take a look at the fund so far. First, very important thing. What? You have a great voice and mind. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Thank you, David. David. Appreciate it a lot. Very important part of the fund. So right now you will see Revive is available to take a look at in our fund right now, which was the latest addition to the fund. You will also see our own token sitting in the fund. Now keep in mind, the intention with the fund is not to buy our token. Yeah, we had a lot of questions regarding this. Give me a second. Consider also that the token in LP does not receive rewards. Yes, of course. So the tokens sitting in PancakeSwap do also not receive any rewards at all. Just keep this in mind. Also, the burn wallet itself, yeah, this is of course excluded of the fee. Don't worry about this. So again, the intention of our fund is of course not to buy our own token. I know this might be an idea just to buy our own token, but this is not the intention. This 5 trillion tokens you see sitting in the fund are a team vesting. So this was usually for the founders team. We did wave on this team vesting. We did say it's a better idea to just add them into the fund as a initial investment, as a initial holding. So the fund will never sell these tokens. They will never get dragged out of the fund, and the fund will additionally not buy more. Yeah, so this position is just fixed. It was an addition for of the team into the fund, just to help the fund kickstarting. Yeah, with the BUSD rewards. Since the fund wants to be completely independent of our token, we won't buy any banks at all. So the banks you see sitting in here, again, need to say this again, the banks sitting in here are just a addition of the team itself. So normally this 5 trillion would be split by 4 persons, and 4 persons would be holding this tokens. Yeah, we waived on it and we said it is for the fund itself. Just keep this in mind, because this addition, since we always stress that we are not buying Bank's token with the fund, did lead to some confusion at some point on Reddit, I think. Rose doesn't show up, I don't know. Yeah, it might be that Rose is down. Don't worry about this. This happens sometimes, that Rose is just down. All right. So was there a question for liquidity? All right, I can't see a question for the liquidity. So right here, with this overview in our dashboard, you are able to see every single position of our community fund. Every single position. So everything is displayed. This part up here is a direct display of our actual fund wallet. So this display is fetching the data of our fund wallet. Of course, we are not showing everything that just appears in our wallet, because we do not want to display a, let's say, scam token which just gets airdropped in our wallet. So this we have still the control over. But again, these are all the fund holdings you see right now. Important. Since we have quite a good chunk of money staked at the moment for our Moon investment. You can also see there that so if you know how staking works, you actually most of the times you take the tokens you want to stake and you provide them into a staking pool, so to a staking contract. They are not in our wallet right now. They are actually sitting in a staking contract, but we are also displaying these tokens which are sitting in a staking contract. So basically we have 100% transparency overall, for everything which we have included into our fund. Some news for the people which maybe missed out. We had a EarnHub investment. They got hacked. So basically a hacker found a, let's say, a vulnerability in the staking pool. I think it was the staking pool of SafeMoon, if I remember correctly, loophole. So he was basically able to drain out the staked tokens of the staking pool and then sell them off, which sucks because let's see if the EarnHub team is coming up with a relaunch, for example, or another idea. But we had also a decent amount of money invested over time in EarnHub. But these are the things which happen in the crypto space. These things happen. Of course, the team can still turn the things around. So I wouldn't be too worried about the situation right now for the fund. But this is also an important part why we need to add the treasury in our fund. We need this blue chip investments and this cross-chain investments solely for the overall risk management in our fund. This is a very important part and will be a very important addition to the fund itself. All right, talked enough, I guess, about the ongoing investments. So just be sure to check out our ongoing investments. We see them, basically spread out evenly for the actual ongoing investments. There might be some things changing when we are dollar cost averaging, of course. Send all investors to BankersDream. German engineering, don't do loopholes. No. Right now we do not have a staking contract or something like this. So basically the main vulnerability are the wallets. But of course we are keeping them very, very safe at the moment. So don't be worried about this. As of course with additions in the ecosystem, a lot of checking will be going on. That everything is safe. You can be sure of this. You are never 100% safe in this space. Keep this in mind. But of course you can reduce the overall risk to a minimum. Something fishy about this thing. All right. Do we have any questions right now for this fund part, dashboard part? Something which I maybe missed in the chat? No. Yes. Thanks Latsuli for dropping this. So basically, you can see this EarnHub exploit right there. All right. Wow. Rose is alive again, I guess. Okay. So next steps. I guess I can update a little bit of the background work as every day. So we are actually finishing some things up for the company registration. Very important step. We need it. Of course we want it. Right now we are looking to actually register as a Swiss company, which is not your usual LLC offshore on Cook Island. Yeah, of course, this is always a very, very simple way. But actually, as we said before, we are doing things a little bit different than the usual crypto team. So if we work out as a Swiss company based in Zug, so for example, based in Zug, we are still working out the details and everything with some very, very interesting people. Let's say it this way. It is, yeah, a nice way of registering a crypto company. Yeah, gives a lot of trust usually than your average LLC on the cooks. So this right now, something we are looking into. Swiss company registration, opening a lot of possibilities for the future. Keep in mind, once we have the registration done, we are able to apply for the SafeMoon listing, because we got this asked quite a lot. Are we applying for the SafeMoon listing? Yes, of course, we do want to apply. The thing is, with the SafeMoon listing, you need to be a registered company, because I had a quick talk with the SafeMoon listing team. You need to be a registered company, and also I think at least one needs to be fully doxed. But again, things we are working on. If we keep on performing like this, you will see me doxed very soon, because I can't dox right now because of my job. This is not the German law overall. Just as a quick disclaimer, yeah, this is not the German law overall that I am not allowed to work for a project like this. It is just my contract with the company I work for. Yeah, I'm not allowed to work in any additional financial sector, and crypto is obviously a financial sector. So just keep this in mind. I do also need to feed my family and pay my bills. So right now I still need my real world job. Let's keep it this way. But the things are looking very well that we are switching things a little bit up, and then I am able to fully dox to everyone here. I'm already looking forward to it. All right, chocolate, cheese, and money. Yeah, this is Swiss in Switzerland in a nutshell. No, crypto is not finance. It is sometimes a kinder. Yeah, okay. If you look at it this way, it fits. Yes. Sorry if this was already asked or explained before, but what is the launchpad? Just one or two. Oh, yeah, no problem. Ask, always ask. So a launchpad is basically something like DX sale or, for example, Pink sale. What we noticed in the process of launching our token, for example, is that a lot of scams are getting launched on, for example, Pink sale. Yeah, it is also, just keep this in mind. It's not hard to fake a KYC, for example. Yeah, you can always pay, I don't know, someone who is who's willing to do this, who is willing to provide his ID and to do the KYC, and basically have this person used for the KYC. So basically a lot of scam projects are launching through KYCs. This is something we noticed. And with our own launchpad, with our own twists to the launchpad, and maybe also partnerships being involved actively for the actual launchpad development we are working on right now on different partnerships. We want to maybe create a more safe way for investors to invest in actual ICOs and stuff like this. Yeah, because as I said before, a lot of scams launching, which could be sometimes avoided if you have some sort of a vetting process in before the actual launch. Of course, you are still not 100% on the safe side, yeah, but a lot of obvious scams could be avoided if you have the launchpad set up in a little bit different way, a little bit with a little bit of different approach to it. Yeah. So this basically for the launchpad. Yeah, this takes some time to develop, especially if we want to add our own twists to the launchpad. But yes, I hope I could answer your question for this. So this, for example, might be another addition to our ecosystem, yeah, our own launchpad in which future projects have to pay a fee to be able to use our launchpad as a launchpad. But I guess this should clarify some things about the launchpad thing. All right. Did I miss something? If I hear Swiss, I get heart attack. That would be amazing. Neat. Yeah, Swiss is amazing. Yeah, basically. So for the people not knowing Swiss, it is a quite powerful, from the financial side, a quite powerful country. Exactly, place to launch new coins. That's awesome, makes sense. Yes, definitely. Please talk to the community about future marketing plans. What's new? Yes, no problem. So you might have noticed we had just recently the press release with the future with the recent pump. We did also have additionally, I don't know how many there was, like 8, 9 influencers, especially Twitter influencers, posting for us. This was just a little addition for the pump we had going on. Additionally, we are right now looking for YouTube marketing. Yeah, we want to focus on YouTube marketing because YouTube actually provides a constant source of exposure. And marketing, yeah, this is also something which people sometimes get wrong. You cannot turn on a marketing switch and you will see instant results in the chart. Yeah, this is most of the times not possible. Marketing is always a exposure game, and people will notice your token, will notice the project, and most likely, as I said before, there are a lot of people which are just aping in and then doing the research, which might end in a burn. But again, this very serious investors which are looking for long-term investments, they notice the project and then they start to do their own research. Maybe start with a small investment for the time being, and then they start to get comfortable. So the overall exposure game, the whole marketing game, is just making people confident with the project, making people confident with the team. That's why we are running daily AMAs. Yeah, of course, on the weekends we try to cover more time zones, but right now we are trying to run this daily AMAs because this is a good tool to create trust, to be there for questions, to be there for explanation of the project itself, what is going on behind the scenes. Yeah, this is a very important steps. And then you will see a lot of people which are joining AMAs, which are, just engaging with the community, which see that our community is pretty nice and pretty healthy and very, very active. They will get confident and end up, maybe dropping bigger amounts, maybe dollar cost averaging bigger amounts into our token, into our project, which is the ultimate goal. Yeah, if you see instant results after marketing, you can always be sure that a bigger dump will follow up. So this is not a healthy way of growth. Just people need to understand this. Marketing is exposure being created through a long period. Yeah, for some marketing statistics you can read on, people might take like they need to see a thing like 6 times, 12 times since they get very interested in this thing. Yeah, so there are a lot of people out there which are just watching us from the sideline right now, and maybe they turn into long-term holders. Yeah, this is the intention with the marketing, and especially YouTube creates a nice way of marketing, because the difference between, for example, a Twitter influencer to a YouTube influencer is simply the fact that the tweet will be gone after one day. Yeah, no one is able to see this tweet anymore because it's just digged under a lot of different tweets joining in. So to get good results with Twitter influencers, you would have to, what we are doing by the way, yeah, you would have um, to use them over and over and over and over again. Yeah, then you might reach a lot of people following them. But the chance is very big that not a lot of people, not a lot of followers will see this one post he made. That's why marketing throughout Twitter, for example, is very hard. Also Telegram marketing, yeah, it's very hard. Of course, there are some people out there which you can use, which create, yeah, at our stage, not even a big pump anymore. Yeah, they are nice to use for very, very low cap tokens. But right now, at our stage, it is very important to create this constant exposure and then to use the exposure with the people joining in and to use the chance we have as a team and a community to convert a interested person into an actual investor. Yeah, this is the way marketing works. There is no instant switch for this. So YouTube granting a very powerful way of marketing, because I know a lot of people are simply starting their research by just typing in the name, for example, in YouTube, just seeing if there is some good review videos, yeah, of nice influencers out there. And there again, we want to use a wide range of influencers. So over the time, you will see us working with different YouTube accounts, some smaller accounts, some maybe bigger accounts. You will see us, yeah, this is the main goal, to create a big amount of content on YouTube. Yeah, so people tend to get very confident if they see a lot of content of a lot of different influencers actually on YouTube. Yeah, it is also, since a lot of them are doing nice reviews of the project, it's also an easy way to start your research on the project. And the thing is, you will be able to see the video tomorrow, in 1 month, in 1 year. Yeah, since it's on YouTube. Yeah, if you search for our token, or if you follow the influencer, just search through his previous videos, you will always be able to see this. That's why we are focusing a lot. So starting now, we are focusing a lot on YouTube. This of course also takes some time, but again, organic growth and organic exposure always beats a pump and dump, always. Yeah, because the chance in a pump and dump to convert this swing traders, which initially just put in their money into the token because any influencer out there called it out. They are just looking for a quick flip. Yeah, this is what you will most likely see. They are just looking for a quick 2x, 1.5x, and then they will just jump out. Yeah, this is what you will see. And this is no healthy way of growth, because to convert a swing trader, yeah, because most likely they are just watching the chart and are not interested in the project overall. So to convert a swing trader, it takes a lot. It takes too much energy, yeah, to convert such a person. Now, nothing bad about swing traders at all. You need them to create volume, but still, this is not the audience we want to attract actively with our marketing strategy. Yeah, that's why right now we went for a press release, because this is a lot of potential for exposure. Now running or focusing on the YouTube marketing. Of course, there are other things like with the company registration, we are maybe able to list on SafeMoonSwap. Yeah, this is also some sort of marketing, because this creates big exposure for the token itself. But yes, this for the future. Also TikTok, but as I did read a little bit in the chat, you need quality TikTok accounts, yeah. And this is something we are looking at. Didn't apply yet for a ledger or Trezor listing, Roger. Just scrolling through the chat. But again, because I see BankersDream LLC, no, we don't want to be a LLC, because basically, yeah, of course, it's an easy way. Just get your hands on an LLC, register it on Cook Island, for example, a very easy way. But we want to have a different approach. There's also a reason why we are aiming for the registration in Zug in Swiss. There is a reason for it. We cannot announce anything right now, but there is a reason for this step we are taking. Yeah, but again, just have a little bit of faith in the team. There is a reason, and this reason is a very big reason that we are aiming to register in Swiss. I think I saw a question before if we want to make our own offline wallet might be in the future. Yeah, I would never say no to such things, but yeah, of course, these are things which take time, yeah, for to make and to actually create. You know, something big is coming. Yes, it is actively being worked on, but again, we cannot announce any details for this. Just be sure this is a pretty nice thing we are working on. It includes Swiss and Zug. Just use Google for Swiss and Zug. You will see this is a financially very, very strong part of Switzerland. Okay. Any additional questions right now? Anything I missed to talk about? Marketing plans or something like this? Don't think. Time frame at Poocoin for Swiss. The time frame, I could say it is. So for the thing we are planning on, we want to do this as soon as possible. Yeah, but there's not necessarily the company registration needed for this thing we are planning in Swiss and Zug. So as soon as possible, aiming for, yeah, early March, late February, something like this. Yeah, because this is actually something which takes some planning. It involves different people, and yes, needs to be planned out nicely. So for the people which have been following or have been here for quite a longer time, they are aware that we are taking rather 2 days more instead of doing it, yeah, half. What? Can you hear Money Bin? Money Bin, you wanted to talk?
Hey, how you, Paul?
Hey, how are you?
Good, my man. Is the line clear today? Yeah, I just want to say a big thank you to you guys again. For hosting these AMAs every day. It's for every investor, including myself, yourself, and we all invest in this project. I want to say that you guys need to just trust the devs. Okay, they know what they're doing. I've been in the groups listening and watching. If I take a seat as an investor for a second and not part of the team, just outside of looking in as an investor, and you got to see the warning signs. These nonsense things that were happening with the FUDs and stuff that are happening today. You got to see this. This is people looking at a successful project in the making, being jealous, trying to break it down. They want to break the tower down before it gets even started. So you need to trust the process. You need to believe in the devs. You need to believe in the community, because if you notice, the oldest devs, actually the oldest wallet holders, the whales, etc., they're not selling. Not one of them is really selling, the oldest ones, because they know what's coming. So that's always a good indicator as well, is to watch the wallets for the devs. I know it sounds a bit weird, but and all the whales, you need to watch those wallets, because that's your indicator right there. If you see them not budging, it means they know that there's good things to come. If they're dumping, there's a problem. So be smart. Don't let FUD and criticism and people trying to break down this project influence your mindset, because we're very close, knitted community, but we need to trust each other. Because if we don't have trust, we have nothing.
This is actually very true, because we see, especially in other projects, you could see people being influenced by FUD a lot.
It happens so quick.
Yes, it happens
so quick,
quickly.
and the damage it does. You might even find that, let's say this person that made FUD, for example, was probably maybe like a 16-year-old, 17-year-old kid just trying to mess with somebody. But the impact it has, because people are very much about, they gobble news up so quickly these days that once the thing drops, they think it's real and it's live. They don't, just like they ape into a contract, they ape out of a contract or a project, which is crazy. When you ape in, do the due diligence. The devs have done it for you when starting this project, and they committed. They've even thrown their own money into the project, into the business, reinvesting it, saying, listen, we are not going anywhere because we can't. We've tied ourselves into that, and we've tied ourselves into a liquidity lock for 10 years. That in itself is showing commitment from the offset. The second part is the working utility from day one. Most projects, most smaller cap projects, promise the world, deliver nothing, or deliver when they feel like it. You guys have done a job of promising and delivering at the same time. It's unheard of in most of the smaller cap projects. If it's a big project, yes, they'll have something really coded and ready to rock and roll. But the smaller cap projects work on a hype. All they do is they give you the promise that tomorrow something's going to happen, and people buy into those things quicker, and they stay longer and hold in those things quicker, which makes no sense to me, because this thing's already got something working and you're getting paid just to hold it. So every time somebody sells, they're going to get taxed. It's coming to you. Every time somebody buys, they're getting taxed. It's coming to you. You guys are making money. Don't be crazy. Don't sell. It just doesn't make sense to me. You either hold or increase position. Hold, increase position. And if you have a query or a problem or a concern, you talk to the mods, you talk to the devs. I don't know if you guys have seen. I don't know how many times that you've asked the devs questions and in the main chat, and they're there within like minutes answering you. If that's not commitment, guys, come on. We need you. We need you. The community, we need you. We need you to trust the process. That's as simple as I'm going to say. Trust the damn process. Okay. I'm super passionate about this product. This coin, this project, business, whatever you want to call it. I am super in 100% all the way, purely because I've seen what you guys do, and I appreciate all of you. I appreciate your effort, your time that you put into this, and the thought that's gone into this the project before it's launched. 95% of the stuff is done. All we're doing is we're fine tweaking small problems now, and to get the name out there, fine tweaking small things on the website. There's no major development taking place in the background besides the whale funded the activity and stuff like that. That's investments. Besides that, there's nothing that's stuck preventing this thing from shooting to 100 million market cap. Nothing. Only thing that's holding us back is the community. We need to trust the process. Let us do our job. Let us get this thing off the ground, and you will be rewarded beyond your wildest dreams. I need you guys to understand that beyond your wildest dreams, just hold. Okay, hold. That's what I need from you. That's my say.
Buddy, I just love when you hop in and give this a motivational part. I really love it. But
100%.
But be sure, Moneybin was with the mod team working with us a little bit closer, so he's pretty into the project. Yeah, he could get a little bit of insights behind the scenes and everything. They also experience when there are some things. For example, we struggle a little bit. For example, with the CMC tracking. Yeah. Just a
Yes.
little example there. We got CMC listed as untracked, which just, yeah, it's basically worthless to get listed as untracked. And we were doing everything possible to get listed as tracked, which we are right now. Yeah, so nothing bad about it anymore. But again, it took some days, yeah, because it was not quite that easy to change the listing status back then.
Yeah.
But
That's
again,
it. I'm lucky. I said I'm lucky. Sorry to interrupt you there, Paul.
no
I'm
worries.
lucky very lucky from the perspective of getting to work with you guys, getting to see behind the scenes. I mean, the good and the bad, because any business, any project, anything has got, that you go into it, has got problems. They've got small or big problems. What I love, the most important thing is that you guys are there on point. When there's an issue to be sorted out, there's no delay. You guys don't leave it for the next day. You get on it. And then in the AMA, we talk about it the same day. So if you want confidence, community, if you want confidence in the team, ask yourself this question, okay? If they didn't care about what happens to the project, why are they so quick to answer you when there's an issue? Why are they quick to address your concerns when there's a problem? Why are they quick to, to implement changes or throw money at marketing? Just go for it. I mean, if you see, I was a bit shocked today to see what the money we spent, like on Twitter, what's gone into that. I mean, just from because we've obviously got different levels of market. We've got, like sort of sales, general sales itself. The more financial side investors. We've got the crypto side, we've got the social media side, etc. There's a plan for each one. And at this moment, what we're doing is we're covering all of it. So as a community, you guys just need to understand we are not leaving any stone unturned. We are turning over every stone we can to put money in every single area of marketing for you guys so you can benefit. And what's going to happen? You increase your holdings, because I promise you now, 100 billion is going to be very tough to get. Really. Even 50 billion at one point or some point is going to be very hard to get, very expensive to get. And then when you try and get back in at that time, you're going to pay 100,000, 200,000. It won't be affordable. So be smart, follow the process, and like I said, you guys answer every time. This doesn't mean one time where you said, I don't have an answer, and you get tongue-tied. You've got an answer for everything, which is good, because you've thought about everything, most of it. Now it's just tweaking this project. That's it. And looking forward to new changes, updates, etc. That's what we need. Add-ons, what I say, not updates, but add-ons, additional funds, additional options to invest into. That's it. But this thing is running like a well-oiled German machine. It really is. It's running like a well-oiled German machine, this thing. It just needs a bit of grease every now and again on the wheels. That's it. So guys, please. Damn, man. I can't stress this enough. Hold on. Hold your bags. You're going to regret it. Sellers will get wrecked beyond words. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to cry on the sidelines, and they're going to look at everybody and go, I went back in and say, sorry, it's too expensive. Call us in a year. Maybe there's a space for you. It's as simple as that. Not trying to sound arrogant or funny. I'm just telling you, this is what I foresee happening in this project, is that there will be no space at that time. Or if you want, you're going to pay, you have to sell your car, your house or something to get in.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess it's very on point what you said. Also, if you take a look at the chat here, what Connor said, because this was, yeah, it was beginning of January and we had a golden week running. We did reduce the overall tax. Yeah, this was just something unique as a marketing gig we had. The problem was we didn't think one step further. Yeah, this things happen, mistakes happen. So we did put in for some of the taxes a zero. So zero tax applied for some of the taxes. The problem was our contract cannot work with a zero tax. Yeah, the function with a zero is not possible. It doesn't work. So what happened was the contract got filled up, and then the contract was unable to further process everything, since the zero included was holding the contract off to just work. And basically this zero being added created, yeah, some sort of a honeypot. Yeah, people have been freaking out. Of course, I would be freaking out as well as an investor, yeah. Right at this time, because for our time, I think it was happening around 7 to 8 p.m. For our time in Germany. And I actually had a client sitting with me, client of mine, and my cell phone was just, it was blowing up. Yeah, I just simply, I knew something is wrong because it was blowing up. So I took a quick look and we saw basically all of these things. Yeah, wow, I can't sell, this is a honeypot, this is a scam and everything. And yeah, I needed to leave the client on the sideline. So I can tell you that my client was a little bit pissed on me because I just left him basically sitting there, and then I needed to drive home, which was around 1 hour drive. But then I was able to fortunately fix this issue in 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and everything was going well from then. But this is just an incident. It was, so at this time it was just like my heart was not ready
Not
for this
pumping.
one. Yeah, it was not ready for this thing happening. But right now, if you take a look back at it, it was, yeah, it's funny. Yeah, a simple mistake, but of course we have been able to fix it right away. But
100%.
yeah,
100%. I see there's a message in the said guys saying thumbs up. I said they must tag me because they're saying, you know, I should do motivational kind of, you know, little audio clips, etc., for the team to listen to post in the feed. So I'm saying they must tag the chat if they want something like that, and then we can chat. If devs are happy, I can just put something together every day, just a little bit of a motivational speech to help you guys, you know, because look, we also investors, so we feel the pain with you. Don't think because it's, you know, devs and mods and whatever, we don't feel the pain. When the times when you know, the candles drop red, you know, we also go through major stress and trying to figure out, you know, what's going on, check the market, check this, check that. But yeah, we feel it as investors also. So if you guys want something motivational on a daily basis, I will definitely record it. I'll drop it in the chat if the devs are happy with that, and can keep you guys going. Because yes, the slightest bit of problem, you know, and we saw what happened today. The slightest little problem, everyone's, you know, running for, you know, the hills. We exit button, sell. It's the wrong way to think. Don't think. If you want to be a banker, think like a banker, act like a banker, have faith like a banker. If you want to be a retail seller, then you're going to be hopping for that exit button, making 1 or 2 or 3x. Be smart. Be a banker. You need to work like a banker. Work with the bankers to be a banker. Very simple. If you guys want motivational stuff, I'll do it every day. I've got no issue. I see no one's tagged it yet. If you guys want it, you need to sort it out. Do the tag if you want it. That's kind of your vote in a sense.
I think you should go for it, honestly.
You think so?
Because you also ask,
Then-
hey, if the devs are all right with it. So basically, we leave the community thing to the community. Of course, we are there for questions and all of this stuff. But if anyone here thinks he has an idea, like Moneybin right now, with a little bit of motivational speech he would put up every day. If you think this helps, just go for it. Yeah, we want to be community
Yeah,
driven.
cool.
If you have
Yeah,
an
sure,
idea
sure.
and you think it's cool, go for it. We would never
Okay, 100%.
restrict anyone in here.
100%. You know what we do is like I said, we trust that obviously everything's going okay. And then what we do is, I'm talking as an investor, not as part of the team. We look at the devs are doing great jobs. We look at everything's running smooth, and we don't see what's happening in the background. So what we do is we go into panic mode, and we go, you know what? Why are we not hearing anything? It's middle of the day. Everyone's got jobs. We forget about that. Day jobs, when they're not fully into this. They are, but they're not. They're committed, but can't dedicate full time to it. So then some things happen during the day, and then before even getting to the AMA, all of a sudden, the shit hits the fan. Excuse my language, but the crap hits the fan. And then all of a sudden, panic stations. So if you guys need something from the community, needs something from the devs or the mods, you need to speak up. Your AMA is your perfect shot to ask that question to get a response that you want. But during the day, the mods are on. So you need to send your questions, your queries, your problems. We deal with it in the background. Doesn't mean that we're not thinking about it, dealing with it, all the time. It comes down to purely just trusting us, and we'll get it done for you. But you need to speak up. Your voice cannot be heard if you don't speak up. Simple as that.
That's true. If you see something which you are worried about, just ask. Yeah, basically we have been answering every single question coming up, either in the chat or through a DM. Just ask. Yeah, you need to ask your questions. This is important.
Okay, can I get a quick 10 people? Just 10 people just to go, yes, go for it. Just say, just use the word yes.
Yes, go for it.
Yes. There we go. That's one. Let's go. We need 9 more people and I'm in. Okay, there we go.
Go for it, man.
There's 2, there's 3. We need 7 more people. 7 more, baby. Let's go. There we go. 6. We need 6.
Go for it, man.
Yes, go for it, mate.
You see, everyone here wants you to go for it. You just need to go for
6
it,
more.
man.
Okay, there's a 5. We got a 5 left. We got 5 left. Let's go. Let's go, people. 3. There we go. 3. We need 2 more. There we go.
Go for it.
You see, everyone says go for it, money.
I'm gonna do it.
Go
There
for
we go.
it.
Done. Look at that. This is what I like to see. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Community spirit is everything. That's it. You guys are awesome, man. Really. Okay, that's it. Signed, sealed, and delivered. Tomorrow will be the first audio clip you guys can listen to. We'll put it up in the chat. And then there we go. There we go. Look at that. It's beautiful. Thank you so much. Awesome. Done. I'll do it. So tomorrow will be the first one up. There we go. Can you hear me now?
Money, you're lagging out a bit again.
Okay, can you hear me now?
It's getting better now, yeah.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Can you hear me? Is that good?
Yes.
We're good to go.
Money, I think you have to give a
I'm speeding up.
motivational speech to Xavi in the chat. I think you need to give it to him.
Xavi.
Yes, but he is not
Okay,
in the
I've heard a lot
AMA.
about this project.
He's not in the AMA.
Okay, so Avi, I got Xavi or Avi, I think it says. I've heard free speech, voice lagging, free speed. Okay, is that better? Can you guys hear me clear?
It's getting
Exactly,
better,
yeah.
yeah. Just try for it. Go for it. Just try it.
Okay. So Xavi, right? You see, you've typed here, I've heard a lot about this project. Is it legit? Also, why is there so much hype? Purely because you are living it. You're sitting in a community of hyped up people that have been paid. They've been paid on their reflections. They've been paid solidly on their rewards. No one's waited for the rewards. The devs have delivered every step of the way. And because this utility was going from day one, literally from day one, that's when it was going. So they didn't overpromise anything and underdeliver. They didn't, promise the world for you just to get your money to buy in and then wait 3 months or 6 months for a working utility. They had it available from day one. That's why it's hype created from the community that's appreciative and grateful for the project that we got.
Yeah, you're lagging a bit, but I think it should
Okay.
be all right. But he wasn't actually in the AMA right now. But just
Yes.
give me a
So I hope
second
he's
because I see a raised hand of Jasper. Jasper, you can unmute yourself. Or was it? All right. Seems like he dipped out. I can't see. All right. So I think this is roughly the 2 hours mark again. As much as I love to hold the AMAs,
beautiful.
oh wait, no, he's not in here. Xavi is not in here
Yes.
right now.
Sorry.
He's in again
He's in? Oh wait, give me a second. Xavi.
at the bottom.
Nice. Welcome,
Here we
Xavi.
go. Yes.
So
Xavi's in. Xavi said he's in. Welcome, brother. Welcome.
You're talking at 4 times
Welcome.
speed again. Yeah, don't worry, Xavi. You can just write in the chat. So I saw you asking why. Wait, where is the question? Where?
Why is there so much hype?
Why is there so? I think Money. Just try to go for it again. I think you should be
Okay.
good from the leg round.
Okay. Cool. 100%. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, just
We're
go
good-
for it.
good
Just
to
go
go.
for it.
Okay, so what I was saying was that Xavi, this community, the community is why there's so much hype. They created the hype. They've actually built it up and created the hype because everything that the devs have said they're going to deliver has been delivered. That's why the hype is there. It's purely the community that's going nuts. They're going crazy because why? They've got 100x, 10x, 50x, 30x. You know what I'm saying? This is what they've got. And not, we've broken all-time high upon all-time high the whole time. That's what's happened. We've actually broken it. The devs have broken. We've broken as a community. So guys, I tell you what. If you want something that's going to take you to the moon, from Neptune, past the moon to Neptune, I'm telling you, this is the project. I've sold a lot of my. Now, bear in mind, this is not financial advice. Okay, this is not financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor, but neither is all the team is. But in crypto space, it's a very delicate situation, very delicate to give it financial advice because it's so volatile. But this is the best project I've seen in a long time. And trust me, I've been in quite a few ICOs and where they've launched and they've tanked straight after the project. I've done all the due diligence, and basically because it's an ICO, you're taking a high risk investment and it's literally tanked. Okay. And the others have gone basically straight up, gone vertical, and they've come straight crashing down afterwards because all the people that buy in to go up along the way sell all the way down because they think this thing is crashing, and they actually force it to crash because of what they're doing. They tank their own project. I've seen it so many times. They tank their own project, which is crazy. And then what they do is they start fudding their own project while it's going on the way down. They're fudding the stinking ship, which is crazy. I don't understand that. I've seen that way too often. And guys, this is the best project you'll get. It's the project that's leading the way at the moment is this project. You need to just have trust. Simple as that. If you don't have trust, you're going to be a paper hands exit, and you're going to kick yourself. You're going to be pissed off with yourself because you made the wrong choice. Be smart. Stay with us, and you're going to see big things happening. Okay.
What do you see it hitting 100 mil market cap by June? If we keep this rate, of course. The thing is, Xavi, I can't make, or no one in our team can make any promise about any future market caps. Yeah, you will just see us proceeding to grind. Yeah, we will just stick our heads down and work like crazy, like we did the few past weeks and days. And if you stick around a little bit, you will see that we are working a lot as a community, as a team. I think everyone in here is dedicated to push this project to the next level, and we are reaching the next levels pretty fast
quickly,
with this rate.
pretty fast. I mean, you know what surprised me, Paul? You know what surprised me about this project? We literally went, you know, I joined obviously a little bit later, but you guys went from 80K market cap, 80K market cap, right? You guys jumped up, we went up to 800,000. And I was like, wow, 10x. And then it jumped up, you know, or that point it jumped up to the 8 million market cap. We just clicked the numbers. It was like 1 million, 1.5, 2, then it was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It was just insane. It just went to full momentum. Now, the key to this whole thing now, from this point onwards, is we need to find a floor. So as it goes up, it's going to come down. That's what a market does. That's what investments do. They go up and they come down. So you need to be smart, okay? You need to go up with us, come down with us, stick with us, and find a decent floor. Because if we find it floor and it's solid for a period of 2 weeks or 3 weeks, it cannot go down unless you sell. It cannot go down. And we can then bring, obviously, bigger institutional type investors, bigger amounts of money into the project to then create budgets for new things, like the treasury and those things. But they need a stable floor. So if you guys sell, you destabilize your own floor, because this is a reflection token, right? Reflection, meaning that you get rewarded for holding. If you dump, you don't get rewarded, and neither does anybody else. So remember that the guys that had your hands from the beginning are going to have your hands and walk you through the process comfortably over to the next step and the next step and the next step and the next step. So just trust the process. And once we find a new, that's our new start point there onwards. So if you destabilize your own floor, the only people who've got to blame is themselves. Simple as that.
Good idea to trust the process, Xavi. Can tell you. But again, we are not making any promise. But if we keep on going, community going hard together, which is a very important part, then we will reach the next level, the next stage, pretty fast. Yeah, that I am totally very confident in. Yeah, with this community, which is basically a, let's say, 99% very healthy community. Everyone just taking turns and pushing this project. Yeah, you will be amazed if you stick around a little bit, Xavi. Can tell you. All right.
I'm in this for the long run. There's no question. I'm in this for the long run, because at these beginning stages, the commitment that I see now, when this thing gets bigger, and where it's going to, it'll just start running by itself. Things will just get done. It'll get done by itself. We'll have more people on board, more even development, more team members, etc. The team will grow by itself, and in doing so, the community will grow as well at the same time. So you get a win-win situation. You get a bigger team to deal with issues, shorter waiting times for things like that. Not that you wait anyway, but you'll have shorter waiting times for anything. Plus, there's going to be bigger group discussions, more ideas, more incentives, more investments that are starting to develop, because now we've covered this section. Great, it's sorting us out. We're making additional passive income on another thing. Okay, let's look at the future. What investment can we look at now? What are the risks, etc. And then based on that, we can then look at that. And out of 10 things, we might find just one extra thing. It gives us a double income. Double. I'm not giving any financial advice. I'm not giving any predictions or anything like that. But I'm just saying is if you've got one and you've got something else added to it that's giving you more money, you've got two, which is technically double. Two times the payment. That's what I mean by that. 2 times the payment. So be smart. Look where we came to in 7 weeks. We've killed 11, 12 million market cap in 7 weeks. Just sit and think about that for a second. 7 weeks. That's not even 2 months. We've done 12 million market cap, and then it's settled down to about 11. And then now it is now. Yeah, 10, etc. I don't know, what is the current market cap? I haven't looked lately. What is the current
I didn't take a look recently. Had no time to look at all. I think it is
exactly.
roughly
No, Roberts, I'm not giving
9.5,
financial advice.
9.5, roughly.
So
Yeah,
I think it's like 9.3 or 9.5,
Okay.
something like that.
yeah,
Right.
something like this. Yeah, it's pretty nice spot we are sitting on after
Okay,
the
good stuff.
pump we had.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's correction. Yeah, we had a pump, and then in correction now we're sitting on 9.5. I mean, guys, 7 weeks. We got sitting close to 10 million market cap after 7 weeks. Seriously, that's unheard of. Really is unheard of. And you have a very big team of developers, and you've got a massive project with massive financial backing. You don't see that. We're sitting on a 100x, I think, 90x at the moment. Now it's up to you, team. Do you want to see it go up, or do you want to see it go down, or do you want to keep it level at the same place? I think everyone in this community wants it to go up. So also, if we ask you guys, jump on board, do some shilling, get on Twitter, do some posts. I know that Paul's very, very conservative about it. But I always say, guys, this is your own. You must think of this as your own business in a sense. You actually in the community. You're part of this giant business, this giant wheel. It's turning. Why do you want to kill it? If it's giving you money every day, if it's paying you money to hang on to it, why do you want to throw it in the trash? Doesn't make sense. Like I said, not financial advice. I'm not skilled for that. I'm not, what do you call it? I haven't studied for that. I haven't done financial advising or insurance products, banking, that type of thing. I'm not a banker. I'm a banker's dream banker. I'm not a qualified banker. That makes sense. And trust me, I'm in this thing. This thing is just too good to let go. It's just stupid. Yeah. No offense, but it's crazy. It's just not normal. Yeah? Guys need to trust the process. Okay. That's me.
Definitely. Yes. Also, keep in mind. Take a look at the 12 BNB giveaway right now. This is a community giveaway. Just take part in it. Read about it. Robert G just dropped it in here again. Read about it. Take a look there. It is a nice chance for anyone out here of our community to win 6 BNB in 2 different ways. Yeah, take a look at it. Very, very nice.
I've just pinned it. I've pinned it up at the top. It's on the pinned messages.
Yes, perfect. All right. We are hitting 2-hour mark again. I need to stop the AMA, unfortunately. It is just that I basically need to dig into some other work. But 2 hours is pretty good again. So for today, thank you all for participating. Thank you, Manny, for dropping this motivational speech. And basically keep it up. Keep it up, everyone. If there are any questions, ask us. Drop it in the chat, DM us. Just be sure a DM might take some time for us to actually check. And stay updated. A lot of things, a lot of very, very big things are being worked on in the background. So stay updated and stick around.
Yes.
All right, people. Ending
guys.
the AMA for today. Thank you all for participating.
Thank you.
And
Thank you, everybody.
Yes, thanks all. And we will hear each other maybe tomorrow again. All right, people. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, community. Bye, guys.